All right, and then we're gonna start streaming.
In 3, 2,
And yeah, we're
Wow,
live.
we're on.
We're
We're on.
live, and we're gonna
Great.
be live on Facebook as well. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes. Yes.
We're finally on.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Great,
Yes.
Rob.
Yeah. Oh.
We're finally here.
Yes, we are.
After like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I think that's more like the time that I'm here, right? So every second week I'm coming back.
Yeah, Rico was traveling. He's a jet setter now.
Yeah. I've been to Krakow to a conference called Impact CEE for startups and investors. It was really cool. It was a very nice kind of conference, like huge, 6,000 people. I even had the opportunity to talk with some like nice, like famous, let's say, in this field people. One of them, if we ever can say that she's a people, like, you know, Sophia the robot. I had the opportunity to interact with her. So it's
With Sophia, the robot.
yeah, you know, the robot that says that's going to kill the humanity.
Is it the robot that got citizenship in Dubai?
Yes, that one. Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, and
She's gonna kill humanity?
yeah, well, that's what she says, right? I mean, we can never
What?
know because she said that as a joke, but you know, that's crazy. I mean, if you YouTube that, you can see.
And what did you
Sophia.
guys talk about?
I think it's just amenities, you know, like how do you like Poland? And then she's like, it's the first time that I'm in Poland. It's like this, this kind of talk. So it's it was just amenities, and of course I was not the only one there, so I could just ask like one question. It was crazy, but I took a picture. It was nice. She's a cool kid. She's a cool kid.
But I'd imagine, did it feel real? Did the robot feel like it was answering the right way?
It's interesting because well, in the stage when she was presenting, there was quite a few very intelligent questions, and she made sense out of it, you know, like it was like, how do you see the because it was a panel only with ladies, and they were talking about the importance of women in startup world, in the economy, and this kind of stuff. Is it
Okay, no,
okay? Yeah,
just-
okay. And in this kind of stuff, and she came up with a very serious point that she believes that the feminine is important in the world, and the world should be a little bit more prone to see women in business, and the opportunities should be equal. La, la, la. You know, kind of standard question, but coming out from a robot. I don't know. Maybe she just Googled it like milliseconds and find out the answer. But it was cool. There was one quote from her that was really interesting. She said, "Women are the most undervalued asset in the world."
Oh,
And
yeah,
it was
that's
like,
for sure.
and it was like, okay, this robot knows things, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was really cool.
Cool.
And what you guys been up to?
Let's segue over to our topic for today.
Yep.
Because robots are taking over client services.
Yes, that's true. We have chatbots, we have robot bots, we
Yes.
have everywhere bots.
And also, they're helping service providers give good customer service. And I believe that especially in this country, customer service needs to be way better than it is right now. I mean, leaps and bounds better, because right now, from my experience, from my own experience, I'm talking, I am receiving really, really bad customer service. I can name 2 or 3 companies where I received really, really good customer service. But that's out of everybody.
And please don't confuse customer service or good customer service with a lot of people available on a phone for you. That's not what good customer service means. Of
Yeah.
course, you need to be available for your customers, but that's not just that, right? I mean, you need, you know, the only word that for me personally represent good customer service is relationship. That's what represents a good customer service. Of course, in a big company, you need more people to have more relationship with your customers. But yeah, I mean, I'm just going to give you one example what I'm living right now. I'm not going to say the name of the professional or what kind of professional it is, but there was a situation where I needed to provide some kind of documents to this service provider, and
Go on, I'm just going to shut the door.
And the problem was that I provided everything, but that customer server didn't get the documents, and he got angry at me. He got angry at his customer. And I called him to know what was happening, what was going on, and I got to know from another person that is also in relationship with that customer provider or service provider that he was angry at me and he didn't want to talk to me. I was like, what kind of professional does that? What kind of professional does not talk to a client because he's childishly angry at him? It's like, I'm not in fifth grade anymore.
Yeah, it's business, right?
Yeah.
So even if your customer is stupid and childish and you don't want to talk to him,
You still talk to them.
you still talk to them because they're your customer.
I mean,
you're providing a service and you need to put up with that, deal with it.
With a smile on your face. Believe me, I had clients. I had clients that I would dream about them, or may I rephrase it, I would have nightmares with them. And it was crazy. But in the next day, I would sit down and call them and sort it out the problem. Why? Because they're customers. They need us. And one more thing. Please, 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 please take this as a very serious advice. There is no such a thing as obvious. Nothing is obvious. 1 + 1 is, it's not obvious, you have to answer to your client.
Exactly.
If there is a box and there is printed or there is a video tutorial on how to assemble something, that is not obvious. That is not obvious. Your client needs you. Clients are stupid. I take that because I am a client and sometimes I'm stupid, so...
I think it really comes down to every one of us is different and thinks a different way. So what might be obvious to you may not be obvious to the other person.
Yeah.
Because they have a different view on the world, they have a different upbringing, they have different skill sets. So yeah, the most places where you will encounter customer service is probably retail or some kind of electricity, phone, gas provider or something like that. There is a huge mindset problem where here, at least in this country, because some of the Western world is more evolved in this, where people think who are providing services and goods, they think that as soon as they sold something to you, it's none of their problem anymore. But it is, because a sales contract is a contract. And they're bound by that contract, usually for like 1 or 2 years for the warranty period. I'm talking goods. So when you go back, when something goes wrong and you go back to that service provider or shop or whatever, they will have to take responsibility for that. And that mindset hasn't gotten to them yet that yes, they are responsible for the goods that they're selling. And when they put their hands up and say, "Oh, this is not my problem. This is the company's fault who produced those goods." I don't know. For example, this knife. I could say, "Okay, this doesn't open or doesn't close, and it's faulty." I go back to the shop and they say, Oh, it's not my problem. It's the knife net manufacturer's problem. Go to them. No, it's not, because you sold it to me. That means if you sell me something, you take responsibility that product is good or meets the specifications that you sell it under, because you say, oh, this is the best knife, buy it from me. And I will buy it as the best knife. But if it's not the best knife, then you screwed me over, right? And the thing is that here, from my experience, usually people who sell stuff don't realize, or they don't want to realize, that this is actually fact, that and it's law, that if you sell me something, you're responsible. And it's not the manufacturer, because you're in touch with the manufacturer. I don't care. At the end of the day, I just either want a good product or I want my money back. I do not care about your loss.
You have a lot of problems with that here?
Oh, so many problems. So many problems. Actually, the manufacturer of this knife, I'm going to name him because I like the company. It's Decathlon, the sporting goods store. I have to say, in terms of retail, it is the best customer service I've ever received in Hungary, period.
That's a very good surprise.
They're very helpful. Even in the shop, when it's pre-sales, they will help you. It's not like, I'm going to name another store, MediaMarkt, for example. If I go in there, for example, I want to buy a refrigerator, and I get somebody on the floor because they're walking around, they're in red shirts, and they say it says MediaMarkt. And I go to them, okay, can you please help me with this fridge? And they say, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not in charge of this section. I belong to the TV section. I cannot help you. What? I mean, okay, you cannot help me, but get me somebody who can. It doesn't say MediaMarkt TV section on your shirt. It says MediaMarkt, right? On the opposite side, in Decathlon, I go to any person wearing the blue shirt that says Decathlon on it, and I say, okay, I need help with these shoes. Even though they're not in the shoe sections, they're in the ski section or bike section or whatever, they will try to help me. And if they can, they will get the person who is most knowledgeable in that section. And even if the coolest thing, my feet are big. They're huge. So it's hard for me to get shoes. So I went there and they didn't have the shoe in my size. So I told them, okay, I really like these shoes. Can you tell me if another store sells it? Because there are several stores. So they would go on the computer in the store and they will check if other stores have it. If another store has it, then they offered me the service of shipping it to this store, so I can buy it there. Or there was a shortage of these shoes, and they said, okay, we don't have it now, but we're expecting a shipment. I don't know, next week, sometime soon. Would you like to leave your contact information, and we'll contact you when we have the shipment, and you can come in and buy it. And I gave him my phone number. Gladly, I would do that too, yeah. And I gave him my phone number, and sure enough, they called me when the shoe arrived. Happy customer. Coming back. Customer. And after sales. And this is the most important thing, because, I mean, pre-sales, you can always choose, right? Yeah. So you go around, you say, okay, this knife is this much at this store and that much at that store. And usually you're going to buy it where it's cheaper. Usually. Unless you know that the shop that sells it for more has good customer service. Yeah. So, and believe me, that makes a huge difference. Huge difference. I mean, I have this experience too, to go to places where I can buy cheap and places that I buy,
a decimal or even a little, or even not the decimal, but like a profit margin higher, more expensive, and I would choose the more expensive. Why? Why in your conscious mind would you choose to buy the same product that you have in the very same conditions, like physical conditions, in a store that sells it more expensive? Because I like that store more, because I feel more comfortable there, because they treat me better, because I can talk to the seller. It's a relationship. You don't need to have a relationship with exactly a person in the store, but you have a relationship with that place, and that makes a difference.
Yeah, you get the reassurance that if something goes wrong, they will take care of you.
Yep.
For example, Decathlon, I bought some I bought some boots for I sometimes go to play airsoft.
Oh, nice.
It's a shooting game, and I bought some boots, and I went out and to the game, and they squeaked. And really loud. Like there was some problem with the soles, and the layers were somehow attached
Wrongly, yeah.
wrong way, and they would squeak. And in a shooting game where you need to hide and walk around quietly so they don't notice you, this is a problem when your shoes or your boots squeak. So I took them back and I told them, the boots squeak. And they looked at me and said, well, okay, I think there was a problem back like 2 months ago with these boots. So don't worry, we'll give you your money back. And I had problems with like sometimes the shoe didn't fit or something like that, and at that retailer there are no questions. They say, okay, sorry sir, we'll give you your money back. This is such reassurance.
Yeah.
I will gladly go there and buy something even for a lot of money, because I know that if there's a problem, they will take care of me, and I will gladly spend more for that.
That's awesome. I mean, I also had the kind of the same experience going to the store and they just say, okay, we give you your money back, and I say, I don't want my money back. I'm going to buy something else.
Yeah.
You know, like, okay, so you give me my money back, but I'm not letting you in on a total loss. I'm going to buy something else. And a client can be really loyal in this sense. So, guys, I wonder what kind of problems you had with retailer stores or service providers.
Below.
Please comment below. Let us know.
And give us positive examples too. Recommend us places where we should go to purchase stuff or get services, because this should be a thing where service providers and seller and shop owners get into the mindset of really customer is king, as they say, because we give you the money for this.
Yeah.
if there are no customers, you won't survive, right?
Yeah.
So if you're a service provider or you sell something, get into a mindset where you serve the customer and not just sell something to them.
Let me just add one thing. If you are a service provider, tell us, what do you do to make your clients loyal to your store or to your service or whatever?
Because I have to add something. Right now, what did I do? What did I do for Decathlon?
You just promoted them
exactly.
for free.
Exactly. That's the most important thing. Not just that you have one loyal customer, but the loyal customers
becomes an advocate. Yeah.
Exactly. And that advocate, that marketing through word of mouth is the most important, the strongest advertisement you can get. Influencer marketing is a thing now, and the best influencer marketing you can get is friends telling friends that, hey, been to this store. This is the best store you can go to. Go to that store, or I don't know, get service from that person because, or for example, a doctor or a teacher,
Yeah.
because they provide good service. This is invaluable, really. So think outside the box. Just think of the big picture. Every client is an advocate, a potential advocate. Every one of them. Just be the extra niceness.
Yes.
And it doesn't cost you anything.
Yep.
It costs you a smile, and a smile doesn't cost anything, right?
That's what they say. That's what I say. That's what I want you to say. So,
Yeah.
let us know.
Let us know.
And ring the bell. Bell?
Yeah, ring the bell.
Yeah. Thanks, Rob.
You're welcome. Thanks for being here.
Okay. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, see? Okay, goodbye.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. And yeah, comment below, and we'll be back next week. I hope so. I hope
hope
you're
so.
not jet setting again.
I hope so
I hope
too.
you are jet setting.
Yeah.
Because I want you to be a jet setting successful sunglass wearing margarita sipping.
Oh man,
dude.
that would be so good. I would love to have a margarita right now, but whatever.
Yeah, or an acai.
Or yes, acai.
All right, so
Very
bye
good.
guys.
Bye
I'm gonna
guys.
shut this off right now. Have a good one.
Bye.